Hello, everybody. Just trying to get things set up here. Give me a second. Yeah, it looks like it's working. All right. This is the first time I've tried to stream anything, so we're going to give this a shot. Hopefully it works. I'm going to try and stream Infininode today. I've posted a couple videos about it, but I wanted to stream this because I'm going to go and do some work without getting into any new levels, and I thought it'd be kind of an interesting. Let me get on the YouTube page just in case anybody shows up. This will be a longer format video, so figured I'd do the live and see how this works. Kind of experiment with it. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it's working. Good. All right, I see it working. Sorry about this starting point. Still trying to figure out all this YouTube stuff, but I figured, what the heck, let's give it a shot. So Infininode 2, awesome game. I love it. It's been around for a long time. I've posted a couple of videos. I'm going to post a lot more. I'm going to try and go through and work through the different levels that are in here. So it's a tower defense game. It's super deep. There's lots here. I'll go into it on the video as well. You know, there's a big progression tree and all this stuff. It takes quite a while to work through this. I went ahead and reset everything just so everything's new. And what I'm going to do is just play through some of the levels I've already played through and made videos for, but we'll play through them again to just get some quests done. In the game here, there are lots and lots and lots of quests. So what I mean by that is when we go, there's lots to click on here too. So when you go to select level, you'll see on the levels that we have different stages. So when you've completed a stage, like stage 0 here, Hello World, you'll see each one of these maps have, or levels, I call them levels or maps, they're interchangeable, but basically you're selecting a level. You've got 3 maps here, and each one has stars. So you see a star here, star here, star there. I'm gonna make sure my sound's working too. Sorry about this. I just want to make sure things are, it looks to be working, so hopefully it's working. Go back to the YouTube. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so let's go back here. What I mean by that is when they have the 3 stars and they have the gold border, it pretty much means you're done. You can go back and run these again if you like, but there's really nothing left for you to do. Now these guys down here on stage 1, you see we have stage 2 kind of open up. We can kind of see it, but we can't do anything with it yet. They're locked. But on stage 1, everything's unlocked now. And then on stage 1, you'll see a variety of maps have 3 stars. What this means is I've completed 1, 2, 3, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, but I haven't done anything with 1.6 or 1.7, 8, or this bonus level yet. You can partially earn stars. So if I went through this level and didn't defeat it and just got 1 star, I would end up being, 1 star here. It would show some points and some progression. This is basically the total points I earned. This is the number of waves I worked my way through. And you can see, I've gone and run a couple of tries here. You can see who invented these levels. You see these, level names up here. And you also see I've completed 15 of the 27 stars. So the stars are really important because they have their own section of the advancement tree. So when you're working through the tree, that gold star is going to get you quite a big bang for your buck on that side of the tree. There are lots and lots and lots of different resources in the game for you to choose from and use in the advancement tree. What we're going to do now is I'm going to open one of these levels and kind of show you what I mean by how repeatable things are. So first off, we're on level 1.1. We do have all the gold stars, but you can see there's a number of quests down here. So you see the quests here. We've completed 5 of 23 quests. So at any point in time, you can be working on 3 different quests. So one of the quests we're going to be working on for quite a while is the level, or is the wave quest. So you can see that level 1.1 has 82 waves. So that wave quest is going to be there until we're done. But it doesn't mean we can't work on other quests. So you see this damage dealt with a basic, damage dealt with a sniper. We can work on those quests now. There are active quests. Now, once we finish them, we get some bonuses. And then new quests will open. So every single one of these levels has things like this. You earn the gold stars, you get different quests. You know, the last one had 23 quests to work through. This one has 32 quests to work through. And it has even more levels. So we're going, last one had 82, this one's 96. So, you can see how each of these levels, there's something to come back for, there's something to do. The game keeps you interested throughout in a variety of ways. There are leaderboards to look at. Hey, am I the best? Am I doing okay? You know, I don't know. I don't ever look at the leaderboards because I just like playing the game. But if being competitive about it is something you're very interested in, you can do those things. So what I also like about this is you see there's little resources on these maps. If you look here, you see these little resources. You eventually can mine and start earning resources by mining. Now, mining takes time within the game and kind of detracts you from defending a little bit. So it uses some of your resources up. So you have to kind of walk that line, you know, hey, I'd love to go do a bunch of mining, but I also would like to, defend and get through a number of waves. So you got to kind of walk a fine line there once you start opening things up. So let's go through 1.1 here. Take a little drink. And let's go through 1.1. So I've done this on a video, a separate video. I included 1.1 with the tutorial. So right now you see our current quests are to get through wave 52. So even though there's 82 waves here, it does go through kind of stages. You can lock in where you're at. So I think that's pretty cool. And then we have damage dealt for sniper, damage dealt for basic. Now, we had the basic quest open as we were going through the different runs that I've gone through on this particular one, but we didn't have the sniper one open. So although we've used snipers before in the past, we haven't recorded any damage against this particular quest. So let's kind of lay out some of our defending towers here. Now we have 4 towers available to us right now. We have the basic tower, the sniper tower, the cannon tower, and the freezing tower. So just basically, without getting into huge explanations, I'm going to go more explanations on the individual videos, but the basic tower fires like a typical cannon, or not cannon, but a gun, let's say, because we've got an actual cannon here. So it fires a typical gun. It fires pretty quickly, and it's meant to take out these green guys. These green guys are like the basic enemy. These orange squares are the strong enemy. So although this gun will still fire at them, it won't do as much damage. What I mean by that is with each of these towers, you can see they have an effectiveness against enemies. So I do 150% effectiveness against these little green enemies, the basic enemies. And we have 50% effectiveness against the strong. So while I'll still shoot at them, they're not as good against them. You can also see some basic understanding of this tower here. It's got a range of 3, attack speed of 4, damage 3, crowd damage of 1. So it's not very good, against big crowds. And it also has agility of 4. I think the agility applies towards how quickly it's able to rotate. Okay, so sniper tower, huge range. And you'll see its range is massive, damage is massive, attack speed is very slow, crowd damage very slow, and it doesn't rotate very fast with its agility. And, but it does a lot of damage when it hits. Cannon's kind of a mishmash here. Range, attack speed, damage, all like the same. Crowd damage, however, is very, very high. So it shoots these, artillery shells that explode and do do some crowd control damage. And it is fairly agile, so it does rotate at pretty decent rate. You'll see, actually, let's go back against the sniper. You'll see it's very good against the strong. So against strong, this is a very, very good one. Cannon specializes, there's other enemies here, but I'm going to cover these three because these are the three that come out in these first few levels. So you see it's okay against the regular basic ones. It has 150% effectiveness against these weak, the yellow triangles are called the weak enemies. They're very fast though, so they might be weak, but they're very fast. They move at a good clip. And then finally the freezing. So the freezing is mostly there. It doesn't do damage, doesn't do crowd control, but it slows things down. Very, very important. If you watched Outhold and the Pulse and how things slowed down, you can see that you can dramatically affect the game by not necessarily doing damage, but by slowing things down in certain ways. And Rogue Tower, I've got a series off for that. You can see that slowing things down has a dramatic impact with these freezing effects that you can kind of, make a wave disperse differently. You can have, some enemies that are coming from one direction slow down while the other ones are fast. So you can handle each one separately. So you can do a bunch of different cool things like that with these. So the freezing tower here is no exception. So you don't do damage, but you can see effectiveness is 100 against a lot of this stuff. This particular one is immune, and these two only take half of the freezing. So we have our towers out. Now what I like to do on this map is I do like to have a freezing tower here and a freezing tower here. Everything else is kind of up to you. Obviously these guys up here, if I put a basic tower here, you see I can't really fire down here. Same here, you're just going to get a little bit of coverage. So these spots here are pretty much sniper spots at the moment. There are some towers later on in the game. You see we've only unlocked 4 of the 16 towers. Later on in the game, there are different towers that can go in these spots. But for now, this is what we have. So I like to start here, and you can play this any way you like. I just put a freezing tower down here, and I start laying in some basic towers. I probably should, let's redirect this a second. You can get your money back in this beginning one. I'm going to go ahead and just start with basic towers. I want more bullets flying than just 2 towers. Normally, if I had more money, you can increase your starting money. If I had more money and I could get a 3rd tower, I'd probably do that. But the first thing I want to do is probably put a freezing tower in here. So let's go ahead and start. You can start that by either clicking here or hitting your space bar. And then you can speed up the game or slow down the game here. I suggest playing slow at first, and then like Outhold, you can start waves early. So if you start them early, you get a gold bonus on this. Remember, we do want basic and sniper towers doing most of our damage. So in this particular game, I think I'm going to avoid the cannon. And let's see how we do. So we got some basic guys coming first. I'm kind of just trying to destroy the beginning, the guy that's leading. Okay, we got their wave. Let's get a little bit early. And we need 80. You can see over here we need 80 to actually place this tower. If you put yourself over here and click on it, when it becomes visible, you'll know you have enough money, or you can just watch the money up here. I should have enough right here. Good. The next thing I think I want to do is maybe place a tower here. Actually, I'm going to get a sniper tower next, because unless I start getting really stressed with the amount of stuff coming at me, but I think we should be okay. Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this real quick. I'm going to start the next wave. I'm going to put a tower down. I don't have enough. And I want to take damage. So although my plan is to put a sniper tower here, I don't want to take a lot of damage. So I'm going to see if I can work through this effectively without spending all my money here. I think this should be able to handle most of this. It might take a little bit, but maybe one will squeak in. 2. We took 2 damage. Well, I didn't want that, but now we got a bunch of strongs coming, and now I'm kind of messed up here a little bit. Let's see if we can just kill them off with this because I absolutely need some snipers going to work here. I should be okay in this particular one. Okay, let's do a sniper. I'm going to set the sniper. Oh, one thing I didn't explain is this is kind of your target selection. So I'm going to set it to random. These are all set to the first ones. I'm going to set this one to the weakest, or things with the most health. Yeah, I'm going to set it to weakest. So it's trying to pick off things that have low health. Okay, now the next thing I want is another freezing tower here if I can. If I can get this second freezing tower down, I think I should be a lot better. And then it's just all about bullets. It might take a little bit of damage here, but maybe not. Good. All right, so it's all about bullets now. Let's look to put one more tower in, then I'm going to look to make a pass, getting all of these to level 1. Okay. This one I'm also going to put on weakest. Let's start early. And then this one's level 2, so I'm going to look to upgrade it first. And I think I'm going to look to upgrade this one next. Oh, I actually upgraded this one twice, I think. Oh, no, just once. This is the experience level. So let me explain that too. So this number here is your upgrade level, and this number here is your experience level. So there are 2 different levels on each of these towers. So it's important to understand that. So this particular sniper is a 0 level upgrade and a level 1 experience. This is kind of where towers start out at. I'm going to look to put another sniper tower in here. Let's do that. I'm going to leave it at firing at the, I'm going to put it at random just so it takes out, I'm trying to take out like full health with the snipers. It's kind of hard on this map because there's not a lot of room for it to track. So if you watch a sniper, it has that cone that needs to collapse before it fires. So there are some limitations on the snipers as far as, you know, how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and try and fill in a lot of the basics here. Since I'm not going to use the cannon, I'm going to fill in, I wanted to upgrade this one and fill in the other ones. Now, one other thing you get is these abilities. So attack speed, 1.3, large caliber, and rotation and projectile speed. I'm going to do this ricochet. I'm going to try and do ricochet on every one of the basic towers. See if we can get some kind of crowd control off of our basic towers. I really have never tried a run where that's the only thing I've done is put ricochet on them. There's no telling how many I'll actually get to upgrade, but we're going to go ahead and try it. Upgrade this one. So I'm going to get everything to 1. Actually, I'm going to put this one to level 1. Since it's a experience point level 2, I'm going to get an upgrade on it and see if we can just slow things down a little more. Now, those abilities that you saw on this one, the freezing tower has abilities that will pop up, and the same with the sniper. So you get to kind of mold your towers into what kind of, abilities you want them to have, what they're looking at doing. So I'm just going to go ricochet on all these, going to turn fast and try and get things to splinter. Let's upgrade this one. I'm going to look to get in some more snipers so I can do some more sniper damage. You see, we've done 2,000 sniper damage so far. If we get 4 snipers, we should be able to start doing some pretty good work here and progression on this quest. Because when we complete a quest here, we'll probably get the quest done as far as the basic tower is concerned. But when we complete a quest, then we get access to a new quest. And you can keep that progression going, more and more quests along the way. Let's do that one. All right, so we have all of our snipers laid out. Let's go and get the upgrades here and here. So every basic tower is a level 1. Now let's go ahead and look to upgrade this sniper. upgrade. I'm going to look to upgrade this basic tower here. I'm actually wondering if I should kill off this basic tower in the middle and put a sniper there so we do even more sniper damage. I think I'm going to do that just so we can get some of our money back. You can't get all of it back. I want more sniper towers doing work. I'm going to set these to random again. Set this to random as well. I like the sniper towers that kill things. The random setting is very useful on snipers, just because they can, randomly select something that's at full health. Since I want the snipers to do work, I'm going to start upgrading them. Okay, everything's level 1 now. I wonder if I'm going to kill this one off too. I'm going to do a little setting here first. Kill this one off. This might not be good for the long-term success of the waves, because the waves are going to come faster and faster and faster. However, I'm going to get more sniper damage. I think I'm going to get the basic damage going as well here, pretty decent. So I'm going to try and slow things down, have the snipers do a lot of work, and see how this goes. So even though I'm playing the same map, I'm approaching it in a different style, and it may or may not be better. We'll have to see. This one here, I'm going to set. Well, let's go ahead and start it. So this one is one I like, penetrating bullets. Penetrates the original target, dealing 60% damage to one enemy behind it, extra damage and extra rotation and speed and critical hit. I'm going to go with penetrating bullets because I like this one where you hit the front one and you do 60% to the back one. It's quite effective. And when doing that, I'm going to go ahead and set it to shooting at the front again. So the very first target. Now, I'll still keep some on random, but this guy's got that 60% to the next target. So I think I'm going to keep him there. And then I'm going to actually take this guy to random and this guy to random and see how that works for the moment. Let's do upgrades here and here. And then I think I still have 2 upgrades that I can do on the freezing towers. So I've advanced my tree to the point where I have several levels available to me now on each of the towers that I did not have before. So I'm going to grab 2 with this one. Let's look to get 110. Oh man, that's a lot of dudes coming at us. Hopefully we'll be able to take them out. Okay, not bad. Not bad. If I can get 110 here and get this upgrade, I'll be happy. Yep. Start the next wave. I'm going to start upgrading some of these basic towers. You really do need to kind of keep your hand on the pulse and see, like there's a lot of guys coming here. So I want to get things upgraded so I don't get overwhelmed. You take a point of damage here, a point of damage there. It's not too bad. But, some of these waves, you can actually end up, really, really getting hurt. I'm going to go weakest. So I'm just spreading around some different targeting. So not everything is going at the front. And I'm going to go strongest here. And this one I'm going to actually do nearest. So I just want some different targeting. So not everybody's hitting the exact same one. Let's see how that works out for me. Not too bad. Hopefully we don't take any damage there. Come on, come on. Okay, we got him. That was a little too iffy. I'm going to go ahead and set this to front again. This one's set to weakest. We're at 160. I'm able to set this freeze up into a deeper freeze. Now let's go back. Everything's a 2 here. 75 for that. Upgrade. I'm going to do my basic tower upgrades, mostly because to ensure that we can keep the basic enemies from overwhelming us. I think we got a pretty good sniper program going here. So we should be able to fend off the strong waves, but I'm a little bit worried about the basic waves at the moment. Let's get everybody up to level 3, and then we'll start to put some more levels into the ones that have got a lot of experience point levels. Yeah, that was much better. So we're killing them in here versus over here. You can also see by this splat pattern where you're killing most of the stuff. So you see a couple things got to here, but overall our splat pattern is concentrated in this hook here. Okay, so we got our freezing. So cold evaporation is all frozen enemies, freezing speed and freezing percentage. And then I'm going to take this slow freezing and see if that slows them down even more. We would need 170. So let's upgrade. I'm going to upgrade some of these. Well, as I was saying, we'll take care of these strong guys pretty easy. We start facing issues with the strong guys. So that's what I mean by this is that, you kind of got to keep things going. You can't let your progression get too far ahead or too far behind. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. See if we get some of these started here. I really want these snipers firing a little faster. Oh, that's not good. Okay. So again, as I was saying, you can get behind here. I don't like that. Let's go ahead and upgrade this guy if we can. I wouldn't mind upgrading this guy here. Oh, snipers, save me. Just hit random stuff that's at full health if you can. Come on, kill him. Okay, we took more damage. So we are getting towards the highest wave that we've ever achieved. So it's starting to get more difficult here. To look at maybe this guy here. It's our next. Well, this thing here. This is something new they added to the game. This challenge thing. So I'm not sure like what these little flying dudes are about. When I had this star thing came out, yeah, this big star, it says something about cannon and it's frozen. I don't know what it is. I guess if we kill it with maybe the cannon, it does something. There was another one where a bunch of stuff just started shooting down from the sky, like shooting stars. We had to kill those things. That one worked out better than this particular one. I'm not sure what those are, but it's interesting. So the developer's still kind of actively working on some of these things because I've not seen any of that before. And I've played this for a long time, but I've been away for a little while. So we do have the basic damage dealt. We're not really going to kill a bunch of waves off here. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this one, get some money back. I'm going to put another sniper in here. And again, the reason being is I just want to get some extra sniper damage. If I can slow things down, I think I'll be okay. But we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty much at the max of my waves here. This is wave 50. And it's not looking good. Just trying to sneak in a little bit of sniper damage. So if I can get to 75,000 sniper damage, it would have been good, but it's not to be. So we did set a personal record on the duration. We did not defeat enough waves to get a new personal record or points. And that's okay. We did receive some new items. I got a chest here. We got some green papers, which is your money, your basic money, and some research papers. So if we go back to the menu, one thing we'll notice is it gives you a list of what you earned. And then here, if we go back in here, you'll see that instead of having you see the damage dealt basic is complete. Now we'll have another active quest. Score gained during one game equals 11,000. So now when we go play this level again, it'll end up being, some new quests for us to interact with. And then we can keep working through them until we get through all 23. Now, one thing is after you've played the level, um, if you play it again right away, you get minus 100% experience points. You won't get any experience points for it, but I don't find that as a big detraction. So let's go into level 1.2 and see what we got for us here. So on this one, pretty much the same deal. The highest wave that we've got to is 57. So if we wanted to try and break that, we can aim to do that this time. We've got 42,000 in score. We do have all the gold stars taken care of. Getting to 59 would be good because we get some bonus rewards there. We do have 2 active quests other than the waves. The waves is going to always be an active quest until you complete every wave. Then you can have 3 of these quests down here. So we've got coins gained and enemies killed. So coins gained is in progression. Enemies killed hasn't started yet. So 1,800 enemies and getting enough coins to complete this one as well. I think it's 5,850. So let's get into here and see what kind of trouble we can get in on this one. So now on this one, we don't have any specific tower damage. So we have a little more freedom into how we want to have our build here. So you can see this one does a big loop, but kind of like a partial racetrack. We have some spots that'll be good for snipers. Then we have some spots that maybe the freezing towers would be good at. So I'm going to go ahead and lay in some basic towers here first. And maybe get one here. And I'm going to get one here. Then we're probably going to look at putting a freezing tower and a cannon here. And then see if we can, cover a freezing tower and cannon over here with some basic towers laid in and some snipers going. So here, I'm going to go ahead and set this one to maybe upgrade there. So with that done, it looks like we're pretty good. We could have gone in and done the research tree. I'm going to do that after this one. We're not going to make a ton of progression in the research after one map. So let's get this party started on this one. So we got a bunch of basic enemies coming. Looks pretty good on our part. We're going to put the cannon here, the freezing tower here. Okay, cannon I'm going to lay in here. Then the cannon I'm going to set to just nearest. So it's just going to randomly fire to whatever's nearest. And it tracks in a way that I like setting things to nearest. It might not be the most effective way to run a cannon, but that's what I end up doing. For the moment, I am going to set this one to weakest just so we can pick off anything that comes by, anything that gets down there. And if we got a big group, let's pick off the ones that are the weakest and try and kill them off so they don't get over here. It's kind of like my little, insurance policy. Now there's some strongs coming, so I want to get a sniper tower. I could put it over here, but I think I'm going to throw one here just as another insurance policy while I start to build this stuff out. Just want to worry a little bit about, hey, what's coming at us and so forth. Another strong wave, but there's not too many of them. Go ahead and set that to random. Not so sure a cannon's going to be as effective over here. Wondering if I should actually put the cannon like here. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I do want to use 2 cannon and see if we can go ahead and set it to nearest as well. And then the freezing tower here is going that way. I'm going to put the freezing tower here on this side. Should I put it on this side where we got the sniper still? Let's put it there and hope that its range will increase as we level it up. All these ranges will increase somewhat as you improve the tower levels. The experience levels won't do it, but the tower levels will. So we should get enough money here really soon to build this freezing tower. Get the second freezing tower in, I'll feel a little bit better. I want to go over here. We've leveled this up once. Let's throw another level on this one, and then let's start working on another sniper up here. We've got enough built out here. We should be okay. As soon as I say we should be okay, one of these things will overwhelm us. So I just want to do, run with this and see how we're going to do. Obviously, I played these levels quite a bit over, the course of my years. And playing this game, but you just kind of never know when it's going to get you. So I'm going to set that one to random. You see a bunch of these guys down here. If I can upgrade this guy, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to look to throw some basic towers up here if I can. Looks like we just had enough there to kind of get us to where we need to be. These strong ones are eventually going to be in a bad position too. Here I'm gonna go with damage on this one. See if I can just have something there that's going to do some decent work. I'm going to go ahead and thread in these basic towers so we have them built up. Okay, now we have 2 more snipers to build. I think that's what I'm going to be looking to do. Then we'll start looking at how do we want to level these things, because it's going to be important to thread in leveling as well as we can. This cannon should be able to kind of keep things going here. Good. So this is the more spaced out grouping for the basics. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one on the front one, and then every other sniper I'm just going to set to the random, at least for now. You can always change the way these guys are interacting. I'm going to go ahead and set this one to weakest as well, so we can have another assassin here, and then this one to the front, and see if we can just try and make sure whatever's coming at us, just get it going. Let's go up here. Let's get our last sniper going. Just kill one of these. We should be able to get it. Okay, every tower is now placed. So on the little towers, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the basics to everything's going to be level 1. And this one's 43 and this one's 42. So let's get this cannon upgraded. I'd like him to start firing a little faster, see if we get some experience levels on him as well. So I'm going to do the cannon and the freezing first. So I would like some additional range on this freezing. Getting some of the stuff frozen up here and slowing it down. See, when they come out on the bottom, they get frozen, but on the top, it takes a little bit longer. You can see the range increases there. Okay. Look to make a pass on these snipers here, a couple of snipers at least. This one's already leveled, experience point wise, but it hasn't leveled from a tower status or a tower level, I guess. I think we should be okay here. Upgrade that. It just gets so much more range out of, and they're able to do a lot more work with that range. I'm going to do this cannon as well here, and then look to upgrade the freezing, and then the last 2 snipers to 1. Just get everything with a little bit of extra range. Grab that. Oh, I just missed the +2. That's all right. So what I mean when I say that is I missed the +2 bonus gold here. Let's upgrade this one. So this one, I'm going to do attack speed. See if we can lay down a bunch of extra bullets here. Upgrade this one first because he's already got some experience points going here. I should probably set this one to random as well. See if we can just kill off some, full health targets. You see them doing work here where they're actually hitting targets back here that are at full health. And that really affects the number that's going to be heading down to attack us. And see if I upgrade this guy, he's able to fire all the way through here. So I'm going to do that. I want to start working some of these basic towers. I actually want this tower to kind of be leveled up quite a bit. This tower, I'm going to do the foundation. So 20% chance to ricochet to another enemy. It just kind of gives you a little bit more crowd control. It's not a lot, but I've done 1 speed, 1 damage, 1 crowd control. Probably do all damage or speed on these guys. But getting a little extra crowd control down here is kind of nice. And I'll explain, there's another thing that just happened there. I'll explain when I see it again. I'm going to upgrade this guy to max. I'm probably going to try and upgrade this freezing. It's pretty much freezing everybody, but I want the range on this to be bigger, and the freezing will be more effective. There we go. So you see we're almost to the top here, and just letting that freeze sink in is something that's going to be very valuable. So here we've got penetrates another to the second target, damage, and range and critical chance. I'm going to do the penetrating. That's probably my favorite one on the snipers, just to be able to hit the target you're aiming at and the target behind it for 60% of the original damage. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade him to level 3. Now he's got one more level, but it gets pretty pricey. So I'm going to make a pass on this one here, and I'm going to make a pass on all the basic towers. So I want them to start doing more work. You also see that this basic tower, because of its attack speed, now has 2 little guns firing. That's what I mean. Your towers actually change a little bit as you progress through them. So it tries to, show you a little bit more of what's going on here. Okay, those are all leveled up. I think I want to get all these basic towers over here up to level 4. I want everything to die over here. You see this, I've mentioned the splatters before. You see all the splatters are here, and then a couple things got over here early on. The more the splatter map can be concentrated at the beginning of the map, the better off you'll be. So let's do this guy next. Wouldn't mind lacing in a cannon upgrade maybe. Right, getting this guy to level 2 is probably pretty important. So I think that's going to be our next target after we get through with this guy here. Okay, he's done. I'm going to get this guy to level 2. So we're going to get a lot more of these strong guys coming. See how many more targets there are here. And getting these leveled up from a tower level is where you're going to get that extra range. So I want to get these snipers working. This is pretty good here, and then upgrade this sniper and then upgrade this cannon. Just getting that range is going to be something that's really important. Now, I'm trying to eke out a few extra gold by starting these waves early. That can get you into trouble. Give it a shot and see how it works out for you. Oh, I missed it again. What I was going to explain what's happened there when you see that little prize kind of pop up, that's something that we'll use on the research tree. And you get those by some of these enemies will have like a little glow around them. And that means that when that enemy dies, you're going to get an extra prize. A little extra reward. I'm going to start this next one early. Love to get this freeze upgraded here, and then upgrade the other freeze over here if I can. Oops, this guy's ready for his ability. I'm going to do the same one here. That penetration, getting 60% of the damage to go through to the next one is quite good. And then we got our level up there. I'm going to level this guy up. What I'd like with these two, you see this guy can actually reach all the way to the end. And then I'd like this sniper to do the same. Snipers are doing some really good work here. This is fairly effective. All right, let's level up this one cannon, and then we're probably going to work through this freezing, and then try and work these snipers up. I might try to max this guy up. He's doing good. He's got his maximum on his experience points as well. So this guy here, we did get our maximum coin quest, or coins gained. That quest is done. I think that's actually the calendar quest. So this is like the quest that's good for today. So the calendar quest said, go to level 1.2 and get this much, and I'll give you a bunch of bonus stuff. So that's why the game has a lot to draw you in and keep you playing. And I do quite enjoy that. Now you see the greens are starting to get down here, the basic enemies. And that's a little scary because they're getting down into this part. Pretty soon, a big enough group comes, they'll definitely do some damage. I haven't taken any damage yet. Still have 20 life. So I'm going to try slowing. The greens are coming again here, so I wouldn't mind getting things upgraded. Later on in the game, too, it's a little strange. Like, you kind of maybe want the enemies to get closer, so these guys are earning experience points. Right now I've got a bunch of stuff front loaded here, and these guys don't have a lot of experience points. But it just, in these, without a big research tree, I really do like just maxing things out there in the beginning and keep things away from my base. But eventually what'll happen is you're doing great, and then kaboom, you're dead. So I'm going to lace in some frozen damage on this one. I'm going to try and slow them more on this one. So this one I want it to do more damage depending on the freezing that they have. Another play here would be to put a freezing tower here and try to make it so that things are frozen, you know, almost all the way through. You see there's a little gap here. Let's see. So all those basics are done. I'm going to go ahead and see about upgrading this sniper here if we can. Would like it to get to the level 4. I think it's level 4 where it gets the bonus ability. I would like these basic towers to also get their levels up. So still eking by, barely. It's going to be tough to get a lot further. So it's 170 for that. It's 117. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this guy leveled up a little bit. Freezing speed. This guy's laying down that little buff where they take extra damage. 170 is a lot. So I have to see if we can get to 170 over here. Nobody's got an ability pending. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, they're going to get some strong ones coming through. So I'm going to look to upgrade this guy next if we can. I still want this guy on random, just to try and take out full health. You saw that guy had that little glow around him. That was that bonus material that came up. We're almost to 117. I would like to get him upgraded here if we can. So get that last guy dead. All right. Let's get these guys. Come on. We took one. That's all right. So I think the next one to upgrade is this one. I want to upgrade this freezing here. Just slow him down a little more. So we'll probably take at least 2 points of damage here. I think we might pick off one here. Took one. This group coming through. Yeah, let's upgrade. Actually, let's upgrade the freezing at this point. Let's go back and get this guy here. There's so many of these green guys coming at us now. Would love to see some experience points being accumulated here, but it's going to take a while. Yeah, they're starting to get through here too. We are getting close to our maximum level that we've reached. I think 50. I'm not sure what it was. I'd have to check, but maybe it was. No, that's our current. I forget what our maximum was. Let's upgrade this guy. It's a shame we can't get him over here to start doing some work there too. Yeah, we're definitely going to start taking a bunch of damage from these strong enemies here. I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. Just trying to earn some more money to upgrade the snipers, and it's just not going to happen. 190 is what I need. I'm at 94. All of our basics are leveled up. We can't upgrade anything else at the moment. This cannon might be good to level up. Let's see if we can do that and see if that can save us from this green horde that's coming here. And then hopefully work on, at least maybe this guy's the better guy to upgrade because he's got the penetration. They're both level 5s. Yeah, I'm not sure that we got a strong group coming out again, so let's see what happens here. Hopefully we kill that guy off. A lot of guys are getting through here, so I'm going to go ahead and set him to front. Hopefully these guys can pick people off. If I can get him to 190, I'm going to get the upgrade to 190. I'm going to, but we really have to start picking these guys off. So hopefully we can, come on. We're probably going to die on this wave. I think this is likely a higher wave than we've gotten to. But, we're doing pretty good. Not going to complain about this run. Hopefully the wave is a higher wave than what we had finished before. So we're going to die here. One more, come on. Oh. Picked him off. Oh, picked him off right at the last second. Good. All right, this guy we're going to penetrate. See if that helps some. We can take out, basically with these kind of greens, you can kind of take them out 2 at a time if you can, but there's too many of them at this point. All right, well, let's see how we did. And so we defeated 57 waves. That's not a new personal record, but we did last longer. We probably tied or, got very close. So we see some extra items here. Let's see, some decent stuff. All right, well, let's go back to the menu. We'll take a look at the research tree. And I've done this in the regular videos, but research. Yeah, so we have 12 things we could potentially invest in. I don't have enough. I have enough to go and grab some of this gold selections over here. Let's see, evenly distributes experience between nearest towers. I'm not going to grab that. What I'm really trying to do is get to this one here, this wave interval. I need 6 gold stars, so I'm going to work through some additional levels on a regular video. But for this one, we're going to look to spend some of our green papers and stuff, just upgrading some of the towers that we have. So as far as the cannons go, the basic towers, everything where I've put, you see this here, I've got some points into them. You can see this one has enough inventory here that we could upgrade it again if we want. I think this is projectile speed. Projectile speed matters because these bullets actually track. So if a enemy dies and that bullet was heading towards that enemy, it'll kind of curve and hit the next one in line. So let's see, we've got some stuff here. Range of the freezing speed. Both of those are quite good. We've got range of the sniper and rotation speed. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and open this one up and get down here. And then I'm going to decrease the price of the freezing. So tower price in coins is -1. So I will be able to purchase a freezing tower during a game for less gold. So in addition to starting with more gold, it's good to decrease the price of things. So I think I've already done that once on the basic tower. So instead of costing 48, they cost 47. Let's set ourselves up on the sniper, have the same effect. Now, I don't have any other points that I can spend here. You can see that because everything's in this kind of teal. Once everything's in the teal, you really don't have anywhere else that you have enough research research materials to progress. Let's go back. Let's run level 1.3. You can see it's still minus 100 here, minus 100 here. We could run these if we wanted to, but you're not going to get much out of it. So here we've gotten to level 55 before. So I'm going to try and remember that this time. And let me see here. I'm going to pause for a moment and keep things here. I need to take a call. Apologies on that. We got some family issues with some family member that's in the hospital. Just wanted to make sure that everything was still okay there. So I'll pick up where I left off. We're going to try to run this 1.3. We've got level 55 completed and 41026. So hopefully, we get past level 55. I've been trying to, sometimes the waves don't advance, but because you're working on these scores and these quests down here. Like I want enemies killed by snipers, so I might build more sniper towers that limits the amount of waves that I can complete. We'll see how we do. Score gained, this 34,500. We've already done that in previous runs, but since this wasn't active, we didn't get it. So let's go ahead and start this one and let's take a look at what this one looks like. Now this particular one, you can see we've got sniper tower points out here. There's 5 points, 5 platforms. So I just call them points, but they're platforms. So we do have defeat wave 56. So if we can eke out one more wave, we'll end up with, this one progressed. It's not going to complete it, but it's going to progress it. 56 is the next one that you need to get the bonus materials and so forth. We should be able to get the score gained. I'm not sure if we're going to churn through 640 enemies. So let's go ahead and put down some towers. Some of these towers are going to do extra work here. So I think I'm going to lay down a basic tower here, a basic tower here. And because this is a sniper-oriented run, let me try a sniper tower here. Get it out early and see if we can pick off some stuff that comes at us. I am going to stop there and then look to maybe put a basic tower in here. And that way the basic towers here can do work on both sides. So you got them firing here and here. All right, let's go. Go ahead and set this up. You also see that our freezing towers cost 1 gold less. We did that on the tree there. Start this a little early. So 26, let's see. I think I want to put a freezing tower in here. Does it look like there? I think we should be okay, but I don't want to take that early damage, so if I can freeze them up here, I think that would be really good. All right, so let's do that. I'm not sure about cannons on this one, but maybe we'll throw some cannons on the side. I think I did that before and it was okay. It wasn't great. I wouldn't mind putting one here. The cannons are good when you have the little weak opponents coming. They're really not very good when you just have these two. So I'm a little reluctant to place them down. It is cool having a variety of towers, but I don't find that they're really good. I'm going to set this one to weak and see if we can pick some things off. I'm going to set this one to random. I'm going to put another basic tower in here. Okay, so it looks like 3 of them have made it through there. Let's get that going. And you see the sniper's only killed 6 things so far. So I would love to sneak in another sniper here before we start laying down more freezing. It looks like we should be able to. Yeah, mostly my basic towers took care of that. I'm going to set it to random as well. And I'm going to look to put a freezing tower in here next if we can. I want 3 freezing towers, and it seems like overkill, but just having everything frozen and slowed down does have quite a dramatic effect, especially with the snipers there. Because they're able to aim better. Their aim takes quite a long time. That cone having to close in and for that target to still be around, it takes a little while. And then when you've got everything slowed down, it just makes it so that everything can progress a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and look to see if we can get a sniper here. Maybe it's got enough range. Not really. This might be better. I think these are the three prime areas that you want to have snipers, and then fill in the other ones after. I might go freezing next, and then fill in these towers here before I put 2 more snipers in. I do want 1 more sniper just to start working that number up. 640 is a lot, but if we can get a fair amount of kills, we'll start working through this at a decent rate. We're not going to get it during this run, I can't imagine, but set it to random. And let's look to put a freezing tower in. Actually, might thread in one of these basic towers first, so I can start earning some experience points. Not too bad. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the freezing tower because the sniper tower's got a lot of kills off of that. Let's do that first. We're almost there anyways. We only need 79. So some of the effective things you can take during the beginning of this game in the research tree are things that decrease the cost of towers, things that increase your starting gold, things that increase the number of levels you can put into towers. It allows you to effectively spend more of your gold because some points you don't have, you'll get to points in the game where you're like, I don't have anywhere else to spend gold. I've upgraded everything, so everything's just kind of sitting there now. And that's okay. You just need to use the research to allow you to have places to put gold. It's very rare when that happens, but I remember way back when that I did get into a situation like that on a few runs where it's like, oh, I'm accumulating gold and nowhere to put it. So we've got 43 of the 640. If I can squeeze in 1 more here before I start putting in some more basic towers. So far, everything's level 0. I haven't really done anything with leveling up any towers yet. Nice. So I'm just going to go ahead. I might make a pass on. Let's upgrade this guy first. Since we've got a strong wave coming, we can get him upgraded. It increases his range quite a bit. Yeah, doing quite some work there. Leave this guy there. I'm going to use this guy to fire randomly. Right, upgrade. Go ahead and look at upgrading this guy here. Hope everyone's doing well. Like I mentioned, we got a family member in the hospital. He seems to be doing okay, but I needed to take that call, so it wasn't, make sure it wasn't anything urgent. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw down the basic towers here. More bullets, more dead is good. Yeah, I'm just going full basic and sniper on this one. I don't dislike the cannons, but we don't have any weak enemies coming at us. So I'm a little reluctant to lay down the cannons. They just fire so slow. And so this guy here's got some things going on. I'm going to put him on ricochet patrol. So that way he can hopefully ricochet around and do some extra crowd control for us. Let's go ahead and upgrade him. I want to look at upgrading the freezing, I think, next. Okay, we're going to make a pass on the freezing and then look at maybe some of these snipers just to increase their range so they're doing work. Let's see if we can upgrade these. Oops, yeah, I was hitting, come on, next wave. It's like, no, I don't want the next wave to come yet. That would be bad. Okay, I'm going to start the next wave a little bit early. Okay, so we've got that one upgraded. Let's go and upgrade this one too if we can. I really want that range extended so they can start doing more work as things leak through. Go ahead and start this one too. And I do need to make a pass on these basics as well. I need them to do some work as well. Let's see if we can. Might do this freezing. Allow these snipers to do their work. But I do want the freezing. You got a lot of you have a lot of things that you need to go through here. I am going to go ahead and do this pass with the basic, then loop back to that sniper. What I'm hoping is that these basics can all get upgraded here and start doing some extra work with their abilities and upgrading their tower level itself helps quite a bit with that. And these strong enough are getting through that I'm looking at. Yeah, so this guy here, I'm going to go ahead and do the attack speed so he can hopefully, nail down a few enemies as they're coming in to try and hit us here. We still haven't lost any life. We're on wave 27, so we're not doing terrible. I'm going to try and slow down here first. I'm going to put another slow here. This freeze here is going to double stack. So watch you might be able to get a freeze and a freeze off on both of these. And then you'll see two freezes. You see those two little frozen icons. Your freezing can stack. So getting this with a deeper range, you'll start getting some double stacked freezing here. Just slows them down a little bit more, breaks things up. It's quite good. Let's do those and see if that's enough to kind of keep everything out. So nothing's really we got a couple of little guys that got past us, but really pretty much everything's dying in here. Wonder if we're going to get another one of those kind of random things flying around and see what that does. I thought that was really interesting. I've never seen that before. I'm going to go ahead and make a pass on these basics. Just kind of ensure that we're going to keep doing a lot of work on these screens and then have our snipers pick up a few. I mean, we've already got 122 kills on the sniper. That's better than I was thinking we were going to do. Let's get that one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead with this one too. Back and grab this one next. So let's go sniper and then freezing. Let's go up here. Looking for ability upgrades. Probably these guys next. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go through a pass here. I'm going to do damage on this one. Do a pass in the middle. Maybe look to upgrade some of these snipers too. Okay, these two first. Okay, this sniper's ready for. I'm gonna put penetrating bullet. I really love that penetrating bullet, so it's something I just end up taking. The ones are good, but when the sniper's out here, the third ability is kind of useless because it just decreases your range, and your range is what you're trying to increase for the most part. Now the freezing tower, you'll see this tower here has a level of 2 down here with the experience points. This one's only level 1. It matters where these guys die. The freezing tower can't kill anything on its own. So the more things that die within its radius, the more experience it's going to earn, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's see if we can make a pass here with one of those. Get this guy up to level 3. This guy to 3. Oh, here. Accept this challenge. I have no clue what that challenge is, but it looks like we have to kill this guy with snipers. Okay. Hopefully we do that. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Okay. That was a lot of research items there. You know, a lot of research resources. Wow. That was fantastic. More challenges like that, please. The other one we didn't kill because we didn't have the right things. It was weakest to snipers, and this happened to be kind of a sniper run that we're doing here. I'm gonna try maybe upgrade this guy first, and then we'll look to make these guys level 2. A little more damage here. Also, when we start doing some mining with these resources, things get really interesting because you have other things to put your gold into. And you're trying to mine specific resources to help you make progress on the research tree. So there's a lot still that we haven't unlocked or dealt with here in this game. And it's really, really fun. There's a lot going on here. And I'm excited to try and get people to try the game. And if you have any questions, let me know. You know, so far I've just released 2 of these Infinite videos, but I figure maybe this live would help a little bit, even if nobody watches while I'm live. You know, it's here and somebody can watch it later if they choose to. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever played before and if you like the game or not. I find this to be like one of the real classic tower defense games that stands the test of time. I mean, this one is free. You don't have to pay a penny to play this game. You can pay a one-time $4.99 for a permanent double resource advantage. So it is an advantage to have that, but it is, in my opinion, it's well worth it. But you can play this game completely for free, both on your PC, on your phone. I'm not sure if it's on any platforms, but it is quite an amazing game, and the developer, I give tremendous kudos. It's the depth and the different ways that you can approach the game. All of these quests built in. It's a really a lot of fun for somebody that likes the grind. You know, it is quite a grind to get through all these levels and replay them, but I love it. I love just being able to play the game and go back to and revisit my favorite levels. You know, I need, make mining runs later on. You're really making runs to just, put mines down and last as long as you can to mine as much material as you can. So there's a lot of different things going on with the game it's pretty cool. So I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to upgrade these guys too and see if we can fend off these basics. That looks pretty good. All right. I'm just gonna upgrade this guy too. And oh, we've got a guy that's lagging down here. That's probably not gonna help us. And we'll go back and see if we can do some of these upgrades. I'm gonna do one more upgrade on this, or actually, I'm leaving that at level 2. Let's look at what we have. This guy already has the penetrating. I want his level or his ability to project farther range. So I want to get him leveled up. Getting him to go to about here is going to allow me to kill more things in this aisle. Still, we've kept people from getting within a couple of platforms, so that's going pretty well so far. Excellent. Let's see any other abilities activated yet. Upgrade that or start that wave a little early. Now we're starting to approach waves where it is going to get more difficult. However, we've got a pretty decent hold on it. We almost have the score gained quest locked up. We only need like 400 more points there. We should get through these guys, and that should give me enough to upgrade this sniper. I hope. Yeah, good, good, good. So we got the score gained. We're cruising on the levels. I don't know that we're the waves. I don't know that we're going to get the enemies killed by the snipers quite in this run. But maybe we can slow this down a little bit. I think we're going to go here before I upgrade some more of the the snipers. We did get the sniper going as well. So, and now we have 3 sniper towers that are projecting pretty well. And also when I hit, it's going to hit the enemy behind them. So even though they fire slow, hitting 2 enemies is really, really good. You saw that firing into the crowd here. You just see, some guys just get decimated there. So it's really, really good. I'll have to upgrade this guy next. He's level 4. Upgrading level 3 would be quite good. And this frozen tower is probably going to be next. I'm going to get him to level 3, work through these basics, and then see how that works. I might just sneak in a basic upgrade here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this one to max, and then look to upgrade this guy. I know I keep changing my mind there, but you kind of got to, I really want to keep this death zone, below here if I can. Some things are going to sneak through, but I want to try and keep it back there until we at least get close to what our record was. So we are within 5 of our maximum wave that we've accomplished so far. We're over the halfway point on this sniper tower kill. That's better than I thought we were going to do. So I am all over that. Let's see if we get this freezing tower upgraded if we can. Let's see if we can make a pass on these two, get them to level 3, then upgrade that freezing tower. I think we'll get through this one okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm not able to start the waves early anymore. However, still not doing too poorly. This guy should have way more experience, but he doesn't. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but it is what it is. I don't see any other abilities activated yet. Try and get this guy upgraded here. Oh, we're going to take our first point of damage. Hopefully, come on. Oh, 3 points of damage on level 53. Let's slow him down a little more. Let's, maybe this guy here, I'm going to go ahead and try and increase its range. Really going to try and eke out everything I can from these sniper towers just to see if we can get some extra kills and get that quest done faster. About to start wave 54. So this is the wave we got through. We got through the next 2 waves in the previous run. Let's upgrade him. Let's upgrade him again if we can. Yeah. Okay, so that level 3 tower fires an awfully lot faster than level 2. Going to get us. They're definitely going to take some damage on this one, but the other problem with the taking damage is you're not earning gold. So that's something to keep in mind, is that ability to earn gold from the enemy that hits your tower it kind of starts that downhill spiral. Because that was something you could have earned gold off of that you didn't. So you don't have more gold to invest. You can't improve things, and it becomes harder and harder to make things better on your run. I'm going to go ahead and try and upgrade these 2 towers here. Oh, we got that guy right at the end. So that was good. We got through the wave. Okay. So this is wave 56. This is a wave that we've completed. Now we're on wave 57. I don't know that 57 is going to work. We'll see. I don't think we have enough health to take that. Nope. Thought we would maybe squeeze it out at 1 life. However, we did complete that random flying thing coming out, and we got a ton of extra stuff. Look at all this. That's the most we've got in any wave. We did get a bunch of currency like this. This is super, super rare here. It's a legendary resource. So it's very, very good. So that is awesome. So we got through 1.3. That might be where I end the stream. I'll try and stream again later, maybe. I do want to work through 1.4 and 1.5 again, see if we can advance that some. And then I don't want to open up any of the chests on a stream. I want to open them up in a video. Also, every time is the first time I go through a level, I want to be on a regular video as well, at least for now, and see how this works out. But let's go back to the research real quick. See what we can do, what kind of damage we can do in here. So again, I'm not going to, well, the cannon's going to be useful in the next few. So right now it's got only 3 levels, but it's pretty expensive to upgrade that. So I'm going to hold off on that one. We can decrease the cost of the sniper. We wanted to do that. So now the sniper's 1 gold less. It seems odd to just get 1 gold benefit on that, but it is actually pretty good. So I'm going to take rotation speed and see if we can get the experience points multiplier there. Might be able to upgrade the price. Yeah, not now, but when we get the prerequisites. So here it's got prerequisites of previous research 1 out of 2. I think these both need to be level 2 before you can get to this one. This one here is really nice because upgrade basic price -1% versus just -1. So the basic tower is really going to be your workhorse along with the sniper and the freezing in the very beginning. I don't do a ton with the cannon, but you do get cannon quests, so you kind of got to eke through those. So when it's cheap to upgrade the cannon, that's when I do that. So hopefully this stream went well. I'm going to stop it and listen back a little bit and make sure all the sound's good. I haven't done a stream yet, so this is the very first one. So if there's anything that's off or anything that you think I need to improve on, let me know. Again, I apologize for the break right there in the middle. Hopefully you can just chip right through it, and find out where I'm working on things again. But I really did need to take that call. So I hope everyone's having a great day. Take care and like, subscribe.